Hello everyone, I'm Arpit from Chegg Tutors. I'm a tutor at Chegg for mathematics and statistics, and today we are going to discuss linear approximation. So let's start with the definition of linear approximation. Linear approximation is the process of finding the equation of a line that is closest estimate of a function for a given value of x. Linear approximation is also known as tangent line approximation. And here is the formula for linear approximation. Is f of x equals f of a plus f prime of a multiplied by x minus a. This formula will become more clear once we do an example. So let's look at an example where we have to find the linear approximation. So let's look at this example where f of x equals x cubed plus 4 and a equals 2. So we are given an equation and we are given an a. So let's start with the formula and finding out the values for the formula. So the formula is f of x okay. So the formula is f of x equals f of a multiplied by f prime of a multiplied by x minus a. So here is the formula for finding out the linear approximation. So let's start with finding out these values. What is f of a? F of a becomes f of 2. So we simply plug in 2 in the equation to find out f of a. So this becomes 2 cubed plus 4. 2 cubed becomes 8. So this becomes 8 plus 4. And this becomes 12. For finding out f prime of a, we have to find out f prime, or the derivative of fx. So let's find out the derivative of x. So f prime of x becomes this simply becomes 3x squared. Since we are using the power rule, 3 comes in the front, and x to the power of 3 minus 1, which becomes 2. So this is f prime of x, and now we plug in 2, which will give us f prime of 2. Because we are trying to find f prime of a inside this equation of the formula. So f prime of 2 becomes 3 multiplied by 2 squared. 2 squared becomes 4. So f prime of 2 becomes 12. So now we have everything that we need to find the linear approximation. So let's plug in these values and find out the linear approximation. Okay. So f of x, you're just going to plug in these values that we have just found out. Becomes f of a, which is 12 as calculated, plus f prime of a, which is also 12, which we calculated, and this multiplied by x minus a. X minus a. And a is 2 in our case, so we just write that down. And now we simplify this equation. So this becomes 12 plus 12x minus 24. 12 times 2 becomes 24. So this becomes 24. So we can even simplify this. We can bring the 12x in the front. Becomes 12x, and 12 minus 24 becomes negative 12. And here is the linear approximation of our function fx x cubed plus 4. This becomes the linear approximation of the function. And we can use this formula to find out linear approximation of even more complex functions, and we will be fine. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a great day. And if you have any other questions, you can reach me out at this URL. And I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you. Bye-bye.